I try to get in form and then I take a shot. The ball hits the rim and I run back for it. I find myself questioning, why do I even do this? Every time I question myself like that, I believe I do it because I lack passion and grit. After all, I am mediocre, and because of that, I have difficulty committing to the things that I believed I loved. Rather than using the skills I have and honing them, I am quick to compare myself and give up after a few months or a few years of not getting anywhere. I was missing something fiery and red inside of me. After I started getting into the sport of basketball, I was curious about slam dunk. I flipped to the first page and was surprised to see Sakuragi be rejected for the 50th time. What surprised me even more was that Sakuragi didn't regard his 50 rejections as pointless or meaningless. He did end up sulking, but not once did he express any feelings of self deprecation, which was rather refreshing to see in a character. It felt so refreshing that in that moment I knew I would like Sakuragi Hanamichi. He continued to sulk throughout the transitional period between middle school and high school, but moved on from the rejection when he met Haruko Akagi and fell for her at first sight. She asked him if he likes basketball because of his height, and he lies by saying yes. While seemingly comical, him falling in love with Haruko Akagi shows how Sakuragi isn't one to let a single failure get in his way of pursuing happiness. He's passionate about being passionate, and he relentlessly pursues that. To me, Sakuragi established his role in the team of Shohoku as early as this chapter. He doesn't stagnate, but instead he keeps going. Like when Sakuragi learns about Haruko's crush on Rukawa. He was sad about it, but ultimately created a rivalry with Rukawa as a sign of challenge and triumph despite the odds. Another example is when Sakuragi was excluded from regular basketball practice. We all know that he's hot headed and impulsive, so when Akagi excluded him from practicing with everyone else and made him out to be a novice, Sakuragi got angry. He wants to outshine Rukawa and make Haruko forget Rukawa, but that chance was taken from him and it nearly drove him to quitting the team. Even so, Sakuragi remembered the reason as to why he was doing what he was doing, and he returned to practice. I found it admirable how he will manage to swallow his pride for the sake of his long term goal. It's moments like those which really define who Sakuragi is. He's a dedicated person, and there is one vital moment that convinced Akagi that Sakuragi was officially a basketball player without being in the starting lineup. Aota, the captain of the judo team, tries to persuade Sakuragi into joining judo by using pictures of Haruko as bait. Sakuragi was tempted to a creepy degree multiple times, but he rejected the idea of quitting basketball to join judo. The pictures of Haruko represent instantaneous pleasure because they aren't the physical manifestation of the girl Sakuragi loves. He could easily quit the basketball team that he doesn't even like and get pictures of his crush. But no, he wants to take the detour and continue basketball as a means to impressing Haruko. Perhaps this is where he begins to slightly feel something for the sport itself. as he claims to be a basketball man. Now, I want to talk about Sakuragi's position in the Shohoku team. He's a power forward. For those who don't know what a power forward is, it's the position where a player focuses on grabbing rebounds. Rebounds being loose balls after a shot was taken and missed. The power forward also focuses on physical defense, and they are typically one of the larger players on a team. That being said, one of Sakuragi's specialties are rebounds. His high jump makes him perfect for the position, and he even earns the nickname the Rebound King. Why does this matter? Well, if we go back to one of the quotes said by Akagi Takenori in chapter 24, he says, "The player that controls the rebound controls the game." This makes sense because if you catch rebounds, you give more scoring opportunities to your team and less to the opposition. Sakuragi rebounding adds to the idea of him being a hopeful reset to his team. In grim plays where the Shohoku team misses a shot, Sakuragi grabs the ball and initiates a play or scores himself. Because of this, he's forced to be the heart of the team. He goes from a delinquent who plays to impress his crush to a mature player who feels passion for basketball. Sakuragi also acknowledges the extreme hard work Akagi puts into practice every day to win the national championship. So, in that respect, he takes on the responsibility of being the center after Akagi got injured in the Kainan game. But this time, it's no longer to impress Haruko. He's doing it to win. Instead, he's now doing it to win. He fulfilled Akagi's role as center to the best of his ability. And in that moment, I realized what the red meant: the relentlessness and the burning passion of someone who is the heart and catalyst of a team. Shohoku lost against Kainan, and Sakuragi cried. He felt culpable for the loss, so he shaved his hair into a buzz cut. That moment of rebirth is something I won't forget reading. Before I knew it, I found myself thinking, giving up isn't something Sakuragi would do, and I would keep going. By the way, this is a me who has only read up until volume 16, so I can't wait to see what the story has in store for me. I hope to buy the next volume of Slam Dunk sometime soon into the future. I want to enjoy it physically, and it's really just a great story. Thank you, Slam Dunk.